The Lord be with you. I'm Deacon Keith Fournier, and our first reading is taken from the book of Sirach. For the Lord honors the father above his children, and upholds the rights of a mother over her sons. Whoever respects a father expiates sins. Whoever honors a mother is like someone amassing a fortune. Whoever respects a father will in turn be happy with children. The day he prays for help, he will be heard. Long life comes to anyone who honors a father. Whoever obeys the Lord makes a mother happy. I know there is no happiness for a human being except in pleasure and enjoyment through life. And when we eat and drink and find happiness in all our achievements, this is a gift from God. I know that whatever God does will be forever. To this, there's nothing to add. From this, there's nothing to subtract. And the way God acts inspires dread. And our response? From Psalm 128. How blessed are all who fear Yahweh, who walk in his ways. Our own labors will yield you a living. Happy and prosperous will you be. Your wife a fruitful vine in the inner places of your house. Your children round your table like shoots of an olive tree. Such are the blessings that fall on those who fear Yahweh. May Yahweh bless you from Zion. May you see Jerusalem prosper all the days of your life. And our second reading is from the letter of the Apostle Paul to the Colossians. As the chosen of God, then, the holy people whom he loves, you are to be clothed in heartfelt compassion, generosity and humility, gentleness and patience. Bear with one another. Forgive each other if one of you has a complaint against another. The Lord has forgiven you, now you must do the same. Over all these clothes, put on love, the perfect bond. And may the peace of Christ reign in your hearts, because it is for this that you were called together in one body. Always be thankful. Let the word of Christ in all its richness find a home with you. Teach each other and advise each other in all wisdom. With gratitude in your hearts, sing psalms and hymns and inspired songs to God. And whatever you say or do, let it be in the name of the Lord Jesus, in thanksgiving to God the Father through him. Wives, be subject to your husbands, as you should in the Lord. Husbands, love your wives and do not be sharp with them. Children, be obedient to your parents always, because that is what will please the Lord. Parents, do not irritate your children, or they will lose heart. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Every year his parents used to go to Jerusalem for the feast of the Passover. When he was 12 years old, they went up for the feast as usual. When the days of the feast were over and they set off home, the boy Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem without his parents knowing it. They assumed he was somewhere in the party, and it was only after a day's journey that they went to look for him among their relations and acquaintances. When they failed to find him, they went back to Jerusalem looking for him everywhere. It happened that 3 days later, they found him in the temple, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. And all those who heard him were astounded at his intelligence and his replies. They were overcome when they saw him. And his mother said to him, "My child, why have you done this to us? See how worried your father and I have been looking for you." He replied, "Why were you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my father's house?" But they did not understand what he meant. He went down with them then and came to Nazareth and lived under their authority. His mother stored up all these things in her heart. And Jesus increased in wisdom, in stature, and in favor with God and with people. The Gospel of the Lord.